we don't have any deadlines. I suppose I should have asked that beforehand. We can register up until.
Yeah, that's fine. I would say on the next time.
Okay, sure. Okay. Well, and Councilman Aldrich will be here too, so that'll be good. Item 2, Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible action, approve letter of thanks to City Tree Board for obtaining and maintaining the City of Ely's Tree City USA designation.
C1.
C1, what did I say? I skipped over that.
We gotta change the meeting date.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Crossing off things. My apologies. We'll move back to C1. Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible action, approval to reschedule the August 26, 2021 City Council meeting to August 31st, 2021, so city officials attending the Nevada League of Cities Conference August 25th through 27th, 2021 will not miss August 2nd's meeting. This was an item that was discussed last time. The conference falls on one of our regularly scheduled meetings, so bumping that back a little bit so there wasn't a conflict as a suggestion. So I'll entertain a motion on that.
Move to approve.
Motion to approve from Councilman Carson. Do I have a second? We'll give it to her this time. Councilman Flangus seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now item 2, Mayor Robertson, discussion for possible action. Approve letter of thanks to the City Tree Board for obtaining and maintaining the City of Ely's Tree City USA designation. I know they put a lot of work into this, and I thought they deserved some recognition. This is a draft. We didn't have a name of anybody for C5, but we can certainly add Councilwoman Wayne Harper to that. But if there's anything we'd like to add or improve, we can entertain that. Motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item 3, Councilman Carson, discussion for possible action, direction to city attorney to research and present available disposal options for junk vehicles without a title, which are confiscated by the city of Ely. This.
I definitely move on this one.
We really need to do something.
And I don't know if there's an answer to it, but it's definitely something that needs to be addressed if we're gonna continue to clean up these dilapidated properties. We need to figure out what to do legally with these cars.
Councilman Allworth mentioned to me that he thinks that, that's, I guess, what we're going to have the attorney look into, that if it's missing the stores or its trunk or the back of the bed or something, if the car is partially dismantled, we don't need a title. I didn't know that to be the case, but if that's the case, it'd be pretty simple to remove a lot of doors and trunks and hoods.
Well, I guess this is what will happen.
But we need to find out.
We'll have to look into it.
Okay.
Do we have a motion for this?
I'll move on that one. Sure.
Motion from Councilman Spear. Do we have a second?
I have a second.
Second from Councilman Carson. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is that something you could have for a meeting? Is that you have time? Here. Item 4, Council Member City Treasurer Trask, discussion for possible action, approval of the 2021 debt management policy and 5-year capital improvement plan. You have a copy of that in your packet here. Are there any questions for the director on this or anything you'd like to add, Treasurer Trask?
No, that's just something that we do yearly.
Okay.
I'd like to add something to this, probably because I hate this 366. On page 3, I think a footnote that the city gets no ad valorem tax other than a redevelopment fund. It's not even, it's almost none, but all obligation bonds are guaranteed by the ad valorem for sure. Where we don't get any of that revenue, I hate to see that in our opinion, but I'm just being, that irritates me every time I see that.
Duly noted.
Pardon me?
She said duly noted. With that, I'll entertain a motion. Anyone?
I'll move to approve.
Motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? With that, we'll move on to item 13, public comment. Please state your name for the record. You'll have 3 minutes.
I just want to make a short comment. I think it's good that you're addressing, my name is Jeff Beaver, by the way. I think it's great that you're addressing the junk vehicle problem because a lot of people have cars on their property, they don't even have a title for them. And the DMV won't give you one. I mean, no matter what you do, you try to bend over backwards over there, they tell you it's not their problem, it's your problem. I said, well, what are we going to do? Use them as a yard ornament? You guys said, well, basically, yeah. I said, so that's what happens. By the way, if you're disabled over there, they don't want to give you a license either, so you have to be very persistent. And I was willing to stay there till hell froze over, till they gave me my driver's license. Even with a doctor's permit and everything else, they didn't want to give me a license. So anyway, and perfect eyesight. So anyway, but the thing I was getting back onto the thing here, I think that's good that you're looking into this, how to get rid of junk vehicles on people's property, because that's a big problem around town. They don't know how to get rid of them. It's not their problem. And by the way, I think the town that is doing a great job cleaning up. A lot of people are repairing their homes, and there's a lot of nice construction going around town. People from out of town that I know think that this is going to be a great place, and they want to move here, including my two brothers, from out back east. One's coming out here the 17th just to look around. But anyway, I think that people are doing a good job at fixing up their houses, painting and everything else. Lately, I've seen a lot more of that than I have ever. So I think it's going well, and we're going to be doing a lot of work on our building after we get through with the yard cleanup. So that's all I can tell you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Peter.
Great to live here.
Sure. What would be your question? Any other comments?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, on your draft priority list, there's nothing listed for a victims fund. It needs to be addressed. Some of the community have suffered vandalism, property loss with no restitution consideration given by governing agencies, meaning law enforcement, court system, so on and so forth. Mr. Mayor, in your agenda item 12C3, you would consider options for so-called junk vehicles. There are some vehicles that are antiques. You need a court order before you remove someone's property, especially when you have been notified numerous times over the years that some of the city council members and other board members are not in compliance. You need to stop selectively enforcing the law. I can tell you that I've reported it numerous times. Yet we're looking the other way. You'll go to the economically challenged individual and take his vehicles. No, you need a court order, fine. But unless you have that, you cannot selectively enforce the law. What you're doing needs to stop. Mr. Mayor, it appears business license fees have gone up. When did the city council authorize that? Some of the increases are greater than what is allowed by NRS 354.5989 and the consumer price index. You need to correct that. The city needs to hire a person with a BA in accounting as part of the city code. Mr. Mayor, we're not addressing the access on the corner of Great Basin and Camden. That's a traffic hazard. They're putting in a new curb and gutter. That road has to be wider, not 40 feet. It was narrowed without city council approval. Also, that area on my lots, put 2 sewer connections on the bottom lot, and me having to go across 40 feet, 50 feet, not going to cut it. I reported that to you. Mr. Mayor, I reported numerous utility board meetings and city council meetings, numerous RVs, possibly squatters are setting up throughout the city. How many permits have you issued? How many of them were billed for landfill water and sewer? I was billed by former city clerk, now Councilman Allworth, in the past when a reverend line was visited by a friend in an RV that was parked alongside the property line. I'm the only one that gets citations, Mr. Mayor. And yet, throughout the city, you're blatantly looking the other way with others. I've given you pictures in the past, and that needs to stop. If you're not going to allow it, fine. But I've got vacant properties within a block or 2 of me. People are renting their properties to RVs, and you guys don't know about it? How they turn on the water? How are you building for landfill? You need to address that, Mr. Mayor, and stop selectively enforcing the law. I want some answers, sir.
Thank you.
I don't want to be thanked, I want some answers.
Thanks, sir. Any other public comment? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move to item 14 with a reminder that there is a litigation session after Second, Councilman Flangus, all in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chatchis reporting.